Alright, yo boys, in this video, I'm going to walk through exactly how I pulled $8,000 almost last week. I'm going to show you the exact strategy, the prop firms that I used, and exactly how I would start from scratch. And real quick boys, just before we get into it, if you want to actually see me live withdraw and take the payouts and have all the payout confirmations, this is the video here. I dropped 4 days ago. Go check that shit. Come on. As well, I'm going to show you a live example. Today, I'm going to show you today's trade. I've not yet taken it because market opens in 5 minutes. So all I will do 5 minutes before market opens is I will come on, I'll mark out resistance where price can't break above, and I'll mark out support where price is struggling to break below. And whichever side of these break, I'll take an entry. As well, I don't only use NASDAQ. I look at US 30 and IM. And I'll look at them both and I'll say, look, okay, which is the cleaner one? Which has been the one performing? Now, as you can see today, I'll be honest with you, US 30 is looking very interesting. It's looking a bit scatty. So I probably maybe focus on NASDAQ today. So support, resistance as well here. I'll probably take it off of this level as well, just because I don't want to be waiting 60 points for that to just spike up there. Switch between, sometimes I look at the 15. So the 15 actually looks, if I'm honest with you, a lot cleaner, and obviously this support goes all the way back here. So I'd probably look at these levels, if I'm honest with you, if I'm taking US 30 today. So here boys, literally all I'm doing is I'm marking up my entries and my exits. Now, one thing to keep in mind with the way that I personally trade, I trade with a mechanical stop loss, meaning I'm not going, oh, where should I put my stop loss? It's the same stop loss every single fucking day. Literally every day. Especially on NASDAQ, I've used a 25-point stop loss literally every day this year. US 30, I'm newer to trading US 30, but so far, I've been trading 2 minis on US 30 with a 40-point stop. I am actually thinking of tightening it up, going to a 35-point stop loss with 3 minis. Therefore, I'm risking $500. Now, on both pairs, I'm risking $500. On US 30, $500 risk would be 35-point stop loss with 3 minis. Sometimes I've been doing 2 minis at $400 risk on a 40-point stop loss. So I am still kind of working it out. But I do have a lot more data on NQ, where I'm trading 25-point stop loss with 1 minute every single day. Every day. It does not change. So this is why I can set it up mechanically and I already know where my stop loss is going to be, my entry and exit criteria every single day, just to make it as simple as possible. Now, once I've marked up my positions in entry, as well as my resistance and support levels, I just wait till market opens and I wait for the break. So boys, literally like I just said then, all I do is mark a fucking resistance level, a support level, sometimes a trend level if I can spot a trend, right? A trend is like when price moving diagonally. Mark out my entries, right? Exits, all the shebang. That is it. I'm not looking at fucking higher time frames. I'm not going to the 1 hour, the 4 hour, the daily, then coming downwards and all this shit. So I'm just keeping it as simple as possible. Simplicity wins in trading, and that's it. So if you've been on YouTube and you're looking at all these other strategies of like fucking SMT divergence and inverse val can't fucking speak, all that stuff, that's not to say none of these other strategies work. They clearly do. I mean, basically every strategy works with proper risk management and psychology behind it, let's be honest. But I like to keep it simple, and this to me is simple as fuck. For those that don't know, I am ADHD as fuck. So if I've got to start looking at fucking 500 different confluences and SMTs and inverse all that shit, turn off, bro. I'll literally turn off. So keep it simple. And all I'll do is wait for market open. I'm not waiting 1 minute before market open. I'm not waiting 5 minutes before market open. I'm waiting till market open on the dot. That's it. Alright, all we do now is wait. I'm kind of preferring the look of NASDAQ currently at the moment. Wow. I will wait for it to tap into this gap. I think we could come down to come up. US 30 wants to push. NASDAQ's pushing now. Gone at the 15. I feel like Nasdaq's going to reverse from there. So I don't want to take that personally. Let's go to 5. I 1 to 2 would be here. To be fair, 1 to 2 is actually looking like it's about to get hit. But I'll be patient. I'll be patient. I just want to stay away from the Nas shorts right now. USD is looking like it also wants to come down. Also, boys, if you do want these fib settings where it shows you 1 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's all in my Discord and it's under free trading pack. The link will be in the description. It's completely free. Join my Discord, join the community. Fucking come on. Give it a second here. See if we get any retracement. Been faking out a lot on us recently.
Order filled.
Right, there it is. And now we go. See, Nasdaq is reversing that short it initially had. Currently now sat in these US 30 shorts. Come on, push. Nasdaq struggling with the short currently. So is US 30. We could just be tapping into this gap down here. But we'll see. Fuck. It's got a 15. Let's just see it. Come on, US 30. Right, 1 to 1's just been hit. Come on. Hold it. Alright, there we go. Alright, we got a push we want now. Again, Nasdaq's still struggling. Right, it stops to break. I don't know, you know. Break even's one thing I've been working out. Right, just see it. I'm going to be paying attention to how it reacts over this level here. Hopefully it just breaks through as well. Go back to 15. See, there's a big wick from prior. Probably want to be going break even now at this point, if I'm honest with you. But I feel like I've been going break even pretty early, and it's been fucking me up, to be honest with you. And Nasdaq, I probably would have broke even on that trade. Alright, I'm gonna have to go to break even at this point. Not gonna lie. Yep, there we go. Alright, 1 or 2 being hit. Can we continue? I'm gonna try and trail this now. Go down to the 1 minute. This is where I trail. If not, it's a winning day either way. I am now trailing from 1 to 2. If this comes back, I'm just simply taking $800. Oh, there we go. Gonna get really tight with it now. There we go. 1 at 3 just being hit.
Order filled.
1 at 3. Love that, love that, love that. 1 to 3 there, boys. US 30. Good trading day. Avoided that loss on NASDAQ. As you can see on the 1 minute, I would have been stopped out, or I may have, let's see, it came down. Yeah, I'd have probably taken a stop loss on NASDAQ. There, maybe a break even. But so I'm up 1.6k today. I actually made a fucking bit of dough on Asia session last night. I didn't actually mean to trade on this account, but I did trade Asia session last night. So that's why I'm up what I'm up today. But 1 to 3 today on US 30, lovely shit. Again, NASDAQ didn't hit the trade that. I'm glad I avoided that because I'm locked in. I'm really fucking locked in, man. I sacrifice a lot to fucking dedicate all my time to this shit and study and learn and review and just fucking starting to click honestly. Someone's just messaged me on my Discord. If you have both MNQ and US 30 open simultaneously and both are breaking, what do you know which one to enter the trade on? What do you know? All right, yeah, good question, actually. Perfect timing. Otherwise, I would have forgot to answer this. So the reason why I didn't take NASDAQ today over US 30 is, one, statistically, in recent days' data, within the past couple weeks, meaning, I'm finding that NASDAQ is faking out a lot on the first entry, hence why I didn't take it. But also, yesterday, it didn't go in my favor because I missed a long, which was peak, because it was a really good day. But also, it came really early, like really early. Also, there was a lot of traffic in this area, so I was paying attention to not only like, okay, cool, if we go for a buy, there's nothing really on the left, you can't see it right now, but there's nothing really going on up here. But as soon as we take this entry on the sell, we're immediately hit with so much consolidation from previous like 5-minute candles, like as in recent data. So I didn't want to take that. Whereas you look at US 30, US 30 was holding this trend pretty strongly for a long time. As soon as this was to break, the only next level was here, which was, you know, a lot further than just this shit here. Also, US 30 moved all the way up. So US 30 came all the way up with this resistance, didn't break through the resistance. And then as soon as it came back down and flipped, that's why then I got in. I also gave it another second. If you go back and watch how I enter, probably entering on this fucking breakout strategy is the most important thing. Being able to read the candle bodies and behavior. I didn't enter immediately off the break. Push back. In fact, let's just fucking watch it. Let's watch this shit and I'll tell you. So look, here we are. So NASDAQ broke really early and really quickly. Now, tracking data and knowing, obviously, showing up this shit every single day, usually I find the first entry, and if it's really quick at market open, tends to be a higher probability setup for a fake out. Meaning, price reverses as soon as we enter, or not long after we enter. Usually, right? Not every time, but yeah. So I was like, okay, cool. I'll take the miss on that. I'll wait for US 30. Now, US 30 came up, right? US 30 comes up, hits the resistance level. You see how I had this resistance level based off of this level here of resistance. Not up here because this was too far compared to where market opened. But off of this level here. Okay, cool. Comes up, smashes it, instantly retraces, right? Meaning it doesn't want to break above. All right, don't want to break above. Meaning now it's leaving a down wick, right? Should I say a top wick to the downside? All right, boom, 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 boom. Candle eventually flips, right? Oh, fuck. And then the candle eventually flips. I start to be like, okay, cool, I'm getting ready to enter this shit. Boom, boom, boom. I start talking some shit. Come on. All right, breaks. Boom, breaks. I wait for a little retrace. It doesn't want to break back above. You see how it's leaving this wick, but it's not breaking back above. It comes and pushes back down. Boom, I'm in. And then all I do is just sit in my bed and wait for it to be fucking made. And yeah, Bob's your uncle. Whereas NASDAQ were just sitting around here for a long ass time. So I'm glad I avoided that. Here's another thing I want to talk to you all about. The man. This is someone I'm trying to become. 84 kg, 10 to 20k per month consistently. Boxing 3 times a week. Gym 4 times a week. Pray daily. Gratitude every morning. Affirmations. Posting 3 to 5 reels a day. Grow my TikTok. Travel once every 2 months. Yeah, man. Get some clothing designs and shit. Yeah, boys, we're locked. That's basically what I'm trying to tell you. We're fucking locked in. Gonna go for taking another payout on Friday. I could just farm 2 days of $150 now if I really wanted to, and take another fucking payout. But I think I actually want to just like trade this like legit. Once you have a set win rate, you know, you set risk reward ratio, and you understand the data and the win rate behind it, well, this shit becomes so much more simpler and easy. And trading US30 plus Nasdaq for me has been by far the biggest breakthrough for me in recent times, in the past month. Also, boys, I get a lot of questions about like, yo, when am I going to start the live trading again? A lot of you have been aware that I've not been live trading. I started to stop live trading, was it last month or 5 weeks ago now? Simply due to the fact of the pressure, and just like my psychology was going out the window when trading with like a couple hundred people watching me do it for free. I was doing it for free. And to be honest with you, with the momentum that I've got right now and how locked in and how positive I am on an outcome right now, I'm just going to keep the momentum I've got and just trade solo for a little bit longer. There will come a time where I probably will start live trading again, but right now the benefit of live trading just simply doesn't outweigh me trading alone. One, my content ends up being better and more consistent when I don't live trade because my computer would crash and shit. And two, I can focus a lot more. Three, I'm starting to take a lot more payouts. And four, fuck knows. But yeah, boys, I'm going to start doing some music now, getting to recording some music once I post this YouTube video and do the thumbnail and all that shit. But yeah, man, every single day, visualizing, seeing the future, writing everything down, my goals down, lucky bamboo that my girl got me, you know, goals on the wall. Yeah, man, I wanna go into the rest of this year, finish fucking solid, continue this strong momentum we currently have. Appreciate every single one of you locked in on the journey with me. Do join the Discord if you haven't already. It's like a fucking family in there, bruv. I do daily polls where everyone can see the trade result. You can see how you compare to everyone within that day. And yeah, man, besides that, if you are trying to get a prop firm, use the code LOCKIN, Tradify, Apex, Lucid, Redline. Besides that, boys, fucking love every single one of you. And yeah, man, make sure you follow me on the Instagram as well. I do put all my trades in there every single day. Besides that, boys, fucking peace.